So hello guys. Today I will present to you my web page project. This is about creating a biodata or curriculum vitae using HTML and of course CSS and then JavaScript. So by the way, this is my front page. Login page.html. So it consists of title. Then here is the image for the picture, then personal data, educational background, employment record, character reference. So here is my footer. Um, Here is the few details or reviews about the user, but for now it's empty. And then what I'm going to do here is to insert some details. Details like complete name, email address, gender, then etc. and so on until on the character reference. So what I'm going to do is to log in my credentials. But first, I want to show you when I press F12. I want to show you that I didn't use cookies and I didn't use either session storage, but rather I used localhost storage. For me, it's convenient way, especially when leaving your web page closed, and then when you open it, it will load the data that you have left off. So for now, I have a key here which is val max, and then the value is max. So this is the key, which is the username that we're going to use, and value is the password. So if I try to log in here, max, then password is max, then clicking the login button will redirect us to another page. Then let's close this. For now, there are empty text box here, and then which is this page have the can have the user to access information, like what I mean access, like can edit personal data like complete name, gender, telephone, and also for this educational background part, employment record, character reference, and also you can write here about details and reviews on yourself if you are logged in. For now, you can see that I am logged in here, login as Max, and this is my username. And then for the profile, I still don't have profile here because I still didn't load any images. So for now, let me show you how to save details. Press F12. How to save details on local storage, and then uh, I'll give example for complete name. For example, Apollon Artemis. And then when I hit the save button, and then it will says at the top most part, alert messages, say success, and when I click OK, it will save first data, which is the key one, and then the value, and the value is name, and then the data that I have typed, Apollon Artemis, and then that's for our first key and value. When I complete this entire text box on the personal data, for example, let me just click here, and gender male, telephone 0926472199, and civil status, let me say I'm single, date of birth August 19, 2000, height, let's say I'm 5 inches, 5 feet and 5 inches rather, weight I'm 150 kilogram, Then saving all of these data will save also here in our local host, which is our storage. Save, okay, save, okay, until we save everything. Uh, so that it says here that we have a key one for the personal data, and these values are the records that we have typed recently. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 8 text boxes here, and then that's for the key one. And this val max is our credentials that we use to log in. And then let's try it to the educational background, and let's see what will happen. For example, elementary, Nablan, Oriental, Elementary School. So the year I graduated is 2013. Then click this save button and another save. It is stored on the key to all the credentials, and let me complete these details first. High school is the Sisters of Mary, and then year graduated 2018. College, let's say Southville International School and Colleges. Year graduated, this is not yet, because I'm not yet a graduate of college. Special skills, I have computer computer system servicing NC2, and I have another certificate for mechatronics NC2, and I have another NC for technical drafting NC2. So that's for the educational background inputs. Let's save this value, and saving these datas will also store here in key 2, which is on the key 2 is the datas on educational background, and then the values are also saved. And then uh, for the next for the next for the next demo is for the employment record. First, let me type some details. Company name, Uden Enterprises, and position ng company. I am an AutoCAD 2D and 3D operator, and at the same time I'm a wirecut machine operator and programmer. So date time is I started working from January 2000, 2018, and then ended March March 2019. So if I save these inputs, as you can see, we have here a key 3 from the employment record, and all the values we type here are stored on the various values on our localhost storage. Uh, Finishing this on the character reference, complete name, uh, character reference complete name, for example, um, Jansel Paulo Calamara, and then company organization, let's say Port Mafia, and then position, nothing. Oh, nothing. Email address, let's click this one for the email address, and saving this data will store on the key column, which is the key for, and then the values we inputted on the text boxes will save here on the values. And as you can see, if I click this key for, and then all entire values are being saved, and overwrite the old values and keys that we have saved here. Clicking this one, key 1, key 2, key 3 until key 4. So uh, and also we have here image. For example, if I click this choose file button and loaded some images, for example this one, and open, it will display the image that we selected, and then also display the file extension of the image, and then and also it is being saved here, save as a key 6 in our column here, and then the value is being converted to bits, and this is the value. And then also it is being saved on the local host, uh, not in session and cookies. Then for the last thing, I will give a review about myself. For example, hi there, how are you today? This is just for a demo. So, for example, blah blah blah. Let's say I in I enter some details about myself, and let's see if all these details will save on our local host storage. And by clicking this save review, and it says success, which means we already save it on a key 5, and then it is located here, the review part, this one, the longest value, and this is the value, and on the column side is the key 5. And then for us to log out this session or the page, I will have just to click this sign out page to redirect us to the previous page, which is the viewing part of the biodata and curriculum vitae without the edit function. Let's click this one, and then we are now here on the previous page, which is the login page.html. And then as you can see, I'm not already logged in as Max, the previous user. And then all details that we have typed recently are saved here on the personal data, also on educational background, and then the employment record, and then character reference. Checking this will match all the cases and values that we have recently saved on the localhost storage. And also this part where we type the review about ourselves is being saved, but clicking this one will not allow us to edit because we are not logged in as a user, or in short, we are not logged in, and so we have no access to edit this part. But you can minimize and maximize this text area so that it is it is visible to some users who are trying to view this part. So far, this is for the front end front end of my presentation about the web pages. Showing you the source code I have here is I have almost 585 lines for the login page.html, and for the login login success.html, I have 957. First here on the login page, uh, I used in internal CSS rather to for me to easy and easy access, and for the convenience I didn't use external CSS. For some reasons it's hard to load sometimes, and it comes many errors. So this part is my CSS style, and then this one is, I will comment this line because I didn't use any uh, external CSS. This is for my body, and I this is all my details inside the body tag, and then the IDs. For the educational background, I have many divs, tables. I organize these datas in a table so that it is clear to display where part you are, and then it's easy for me to identify which is which is the positioning of each cells. And then for this part is my JavaScript. This is the constant variables that I declared, and these are just functions for the buttons, and then display for the key 5, key 1. This for the column column of the storage, which is the key, and then the values are here being saved. And then viewing this until the end, that's all for the login page. And for the login success, I have here also I used internal CSS for the convenience, and it's very helpful for me to identify uh, identify the CSS that I use on a specific tags. Uh, for example, this button is the tags for the buttons. If you see a CSS style here that has a period on the initials, means it's a class. And then if you see, for example, a style that has a like this one, hashtag hashtag special character, means it's an ID. So I will just return it to class. And then so far this is my style for the login success.html. And then for the body, this is a method for onload event, so that if I open this one, all details will refresh and loaded immediately if there's a key and values here on our local storage. Then uh, also I use tables to organize and align all the details and values that I have entered recently. Then moving on to our script. This is also a JavaScript, same to login.page HTML, login page.html. I declared constant variables, then another functions here, event to attach it. This is attached to my codes here on, what is this? This is for the image for me to load another image or pick another image on my drive. And then this is a preview file also on my image picker, and I have a file reader there. Then save it as key 6 on the local storage. Then this function is for the logout, and This one is the review. This is here for the review part, and save name, save mail. This one is for the every datas here on the personal data. And then save gender, function for the save number, status, and so on until in this part, uh, get current user. This get current user is the JavaScript codes for the Max. Max again. This Java functions are used to display this one. The user who is currently logged in, and then that's all for the codes. And then thank you for listening.